evening, everybody.
Good evening, South Africa. Good evening, world.
Good evening, London.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you, Martin?
I'm really
standing to attention in your studio.
I know. I mean, I've not even got a chair to sit on today, but at least I seem to have solid internet, which, in comparison to last week, has got to be a plus.
Yes, we've got to sort that out for next week.
I have no idea what was going on there, but it's just a thing, isn't it? What are you going to do? Technology. Anyway, fingers crossed. I shouldn't have said that, obviously, but fingers crossed. We're in good shape tonight.
We're in good shape. I like it. I like it a lot. So, how was your weekend?
It's been a weekend of clearancing because I've got literally 2 days now left. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is my last day in the studio here, so everything needs to be out by then. It's nearly on its way out, but that's what it's been. It's been physical work.
Wow. I can imagine. Well, we moved out. So as I think I showed you a little bit earlier, we found a beautiful old upright piano.
That looks gorgeous.
A song at a charity shop, which I picked up yesterday, which has now gone into the studio. So I'm quite excited about that.
Fantastic.
So, I'm very, very chuffed about that.
Awesome. Very your studio's shaping up lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, we had a beautiful shoot last week for a youth festival that is coming out shortly, and my phone is ringing in the background. Let me just see what's going on. Who's looking for me? I'm just going to tell them, Claudia, I'm just doing a live show. Can I call you back?
Or do you want to be on the air?
Thanks. Put him on the air. Claudia, good afternoon, welcome. Got to shoot tomorrow morning.
Yeah, hopefully before long we'll be set up in the new place as well. So hopefully I'll be able to start doing some positive kind of, hey, look what we've done in the new place, rather than, oh, look how it's all it's all empty.
It's all empty. It's so sad.
Sad. But you just look at these things. You can see that.
All the boxes.
No, that is those are speaker cabinets.
Oh wow!
I can't see them in the light.
That's pretty cool.
Look at that. It's busted.
Oh no!
But the drivers in there appear to be extremely good.
Oh, that's good.
So it could be a kind of check the drivers out. But that's solid wooden speaker box.
Nothing wrong.
Nothing like you have to unscrew the back panel. Crazy stuff. But yeah, so I found some weird things. An Atari 520 ST, if anyone was into gaming stuff.
Remember those?
Found one of them in the attic.
It's amazing what you can find in attics. We won't discuss the football.
Okay,
we'll just leave that. And let's discuss music, because that's what we're here about. It's New Music Mondays. This is what the show apparently is all about, not football.
Yeah.
It's like they say, don't talk about the wall. Don't talk about
I think I mentioned it once, but I got away with it.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, should we get some guests on? Because we got a jam-packed evening tonight. Coming up at 8 o'clock as well, we've got an exclusive interview with iconic South African artist TOYA DELAZY, all the way from London, which should be fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we'll have TOYA on at 8 o'clock. But in the meantime, let's get some rock and roll going, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. And welcome to New Music Monday, the Barcode Bandits. Good evening, gentlemen.
Welcome, guys.
Yeah,
thanks for having us.
It's been a while.
I do apologize for leaning on stuff. It's just I have no chair.
You're looking pretty cool there, Martin. It's like just a beer on the other hand and you're fine. Although we can't even drink beer here. We're not allowed to anymore. We're on one of those.
Oh, you're on one of them again?
We're on prohibition.
Oh, my God.
Thanks for having us, guys. Appreciate it.
Great
to
see
have you guys on. When was the last time I had you guys on balcony, didn't I? How long ago was that?
Sure. That was probably about 2017.
God, I thought you were going to say 27 years ago for a minute. I was like, can't be that long. 27
years around that long ago. No, definitely not that long ago. Yeah, damn, I can't actually remember. It's been a while. But the last year feels like 10 years. I think that's the problem. Is the last year actually feels like it's lasted for 10 years, especially in the music and entertainment industry. You kind of sit back and you go back. When was the last festival I went to? And I can't actually remember.
Yeah.
You know, when was the last time I went to a gig where it was like shoulder to shoulder and packed? I can't remember.
No.
COVID has absolutely buggered up our lives.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was driving to the airport because I just went on holiday, and I got pulled over by the cops, and I was like, okay, this is going to be fine. Everything's cool. The next minute he comes to me and says, your car license is expired. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I did that. Meanwhile, last time I did that was a year ago.
Last year.
So,
Yeah.
I just don't realize.
Oh, shucks.
It's so weird
No, man,
how it's gone by. I keep thinking, like you say things that must have been last year we did that, and you go, no, last year didn't happen, did it?
yeah.
So many times. When did I last see you? 3 years ago. It must be 4 because last year just didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
No.
Yeah, now we've been put into lockdown level 4 again. So literally shut all restaurants except for takeaways. No liquor. All bars are closed. Everything. I don't know how the British Lions are going to TOYA because our Springboks are also suffering. The 3 guys have gone into isolation for COVID. So it's like
crazy.
South Africa's got this Delta variant from India and it's spreading like wildfire.
I mean, it's the same here. We're supposed to open up again in July, and they're still talking Delta variants and problems here. And we're in summer. So in theory, we should be at less risk, sort of thing.
Should be going better.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, it's scary stuff. Scary stuff.
Yeah, well, at least half of your population's got vaccinated. We can't even get 1% of ours vaccinated.
Yeah, that's true. That's annoying.
This is true.
That's
Well,
annoying.
apparently, I can register on Wednesday.
Register. Well, at least that's something.
Yeah, I can register. Who knows when I'll get the vaccine, but I can register for one.
So welcome to political commentary on New Music Mondays.
On New Music Mondays, this is the Jonathan Pye edition.
Exactly that.
Let's talk music, guys.
Yeah.
Barcode Bandits are back. So, guys,
be
tell
back.
us a little bit about it, because it has been a while. I mean, as I said, that was 2017, the last time I heard anything from you guys. But you're back with a brand new single, Devil on My Shoulder. So tell us a little bit about what's been happening. Where you guys been?
Hey, man, I think we've been doing everything we're supposed to be doing. I mean, obviously, considering that we had a loss of a year last year, but I mean, we've been gigging as much as we can, writing music still, and I think we just put a lot of emphasis into this song, and I think we were just got to the point where we were like, we're tired of waiting, let's release this baby.
Yeah, I mean, when was the last album? Because your EP was 2017. Your second
I think
was the last one I remember. I mean, is it that long since? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been releasing sort of singles after the last EP. We did Our World, and after that we did Save Our Souls, which we also did a music video for, which did pretty well. So we've just been focusing on like releasing singles to stay relevant within the times. I mean, and I think when we wrote, yeah.
No, definitely. I mean, there's definitely a trend of guys focusing. I mean, we were actually chatting about it last week. There's a band that we've been having a lot on the show called the King's Parade from London. And I think they released like 8 singles before the album came out.
Nice.
We had them on for every single one.
Yeah. And there's only 10 tracks on the album.
Yeah, so it's like every week we'd get, there's a new King's Parade single. Oh, let's get him on. There's a new King's Parade single. So
See, it's good exposure. It's good exposure.
Yeah.
But also, it was really fantastic to kind of, I think we recognized we could, even thinking of ourselves as fans, I think would be right to say, Jules, that we kind of created a connection with the band because of that. So I know we were speaking to them every week, but I think even despite that, you create a relationship with the band as a fan just by kind of saying, oh, there's another new track out, that's great. Oh, there's a video out, that's great. And because they were doing this kind of social media stuff in the background as well. So really, given that we can't connect in person in live events and stuff like that, it's actually a good way of doing it.
And I think the biggest thing as well, in the past, like when you release an album, you got 2 songs to pick from that album to get the limelight. Whereas in today's world, I mean, honestly, rather releasing one by one and saying, let's put all the limelight.
Yeah, and then at the end of the 10 singles, say, well, here it all is on an album. So now you can get that as well. So you got singles, and now you can have the whole album of all the singles, and you got to, it actually, you get more longevity out of it, I suppose, in that way, especially with not knowing, I mean, like, when you're going to be able to play that album again. I mean, or those singles again, you know? I mean, it's like kind of, when was the last time you guys played a gig?
About 2 weeks ago.
We've been getting away with it a bit in South
Good
Africa.
answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
But I mean, general, but like playing a proper gig to a big crowd, although we've been also doing that. We shouldn't have been, but we have been, to a large degree. But I mean, you know, the days of like proper gigs, I mean, we've been trying to keep the
Yeah, it's
music
limited.
alive as well at Hell's Kitchen every Sunday, but it's
Yeah.
like limited. You can only do so much, you know. You can't like have a packed crowd because you will get you'll get closed down or something.
Same here.
Yeah.
It's all got to be socially distanced, seated, masked, all that kind of stuff. It's not really the live music experience.
It's not
most people are
ideal,
looking
yeah.
for.
Not the way we understand it. Let's put it that way.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's more like cabaret, isn't it? That's not a live gig. That's a cabaret.
But the great thing about the small shows, I mean, we had a show at Rumors Lounge 2 weeks back, like Ryan said. The energy from the crowd, because I think they're just craving live music. It was such an energy explosion from the fans and the crowd and meet new people. I must say, for a small gig, it was probably one of our best gigs because the intimacy and the energy was just through the roof, and it was insane.
Yeah.
People seem to be more focused on actually enjoying the band because they know we're not going to get these opportunities a lot. So I do find as well, especially we've been seeing it at Hell's Kitchen, is that the artists, the people are getting giving a lot more of themselves to the artists, as opposed to normally it's like sitting there with a beer in hand and talking to your mate and not really taking any notice of who's on stage. And I think that's been a big thing as well. So, you know, now all of a sudden people are like, well, I don't know when I'm going to get to see a live band again. So let me actually enjoy the experience and make the most of it. And especially now, I mean, we look, this lockdown they're saying 2 weeks. Guys, let's be honest.
Probably not.
The last time he said 2 weeks, we're a year and a half later.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, it's going to be at least a month of booze bands.
Oh, Lord.
It's going to be at least a month before any stage opens again. And, you know, and who knows how long still.
Yeah, the guys will probably get back to live streaming shows again. But, I mean, those only
Well, we are doing that, by the way.
That's great.
We are offering this to all the bands during this lockdown period. We're looking to encourage bands to come into studio. I don't know if you guys have seen our studio on social media that we've built here in Joburg. So it's called Tales from the Lounge. So we're inviting artists to come and perform. We'll live stream it. We'll do the whole thing. We'll try and raise funds in it because Facebook have now got their ticketing system that they're allowing. So we're encouraging bands to contact us. We're going to try and do 2-3 shows a week at least to help the band. So, you know, let's try. We can only try, guys.
That's the only way.
That's the only way, and at least give artists a platform to perform live. So if you guys are keen, hit me up and come and do a show at Tales from the Lounge.
That'll be fantastic. We'll love to.
Yeah, on DiscovrTV.
Yeah.
Let us be your stage. But now, talking about stages, let's go and check out some new music. I think that's the whole purpose why we're here, isn't it? Because that's what Mondays are all about. So let me get the track ready. Give me 1 second, and there I go.
Be a good title. Mondays are all about new music. What would be a good name for a show?
What a New Music Mondays.
Oh, it's genius.
There we go. Yeah, let's listen to some new music.
I can feel he's calling. His screams are haunting. But what the hell does this have to do with me? He's a fallen angel, a bat-like angel, and he wants to take a piece out of every thought. Inside of me, I'm a part of all your dreams, your mysteries and your fantasies. Don't think that I will ever disappear. I'm stuck inside of here and I'm gonna stay my state. Hey kid, why you frowning down on me? I'm gonna make your dreams turn into your fantasies. Hey kid, stop your bitches whining please. I have had enough of these and I'm gonna play my game. There's a devil on my shoulder. He wants to take over. What the hell does he want with me? Creepy crawlies all over my skin paranoia. What the hell does he want? controlling everything from anger to your mortality. I think it's time we turn this up a notch. Why do we even give a fuck now that I call all the shots? Hey kid, looks like you've lost everything. Normality to dignity, and all that's left is your sanity. Hey bitch, now you're crawling on your knees with self-immolation tendencies, and I'm gonna state my claim. There's a devil on my shoulder, he wants to take over. What the hell does he want with me? Creepy crawlies all over my skin paranoia. What the hell does he want with me?
Devil on my shoulder.
What they call a coda, Jill.
Good evening, world, if that doesn't wake you up. I don't know what will.
Oh, you tricksy lot with your false endings, catching us out.
False endings always get me.
What you like, eh? What you like?
Oh, God, I come in at the
we're
right
finished.
wrong
We're not finished. Ha
time.
ha ha!
It still sounded good though. I'm not gonna lie. Like you
Awesome.
wasn't
I gave it a bit of energy there in the middle.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Really cool. Sorry about
Guys,
coughing.
that is-
I'm not
Yeah.
technically adept enough to realise my mic wasn't muted. Sorry about that.
That was in your face rock and roll. It doesn't get any more.
That was awesome. Lovely imagery in that as well. It's fantastic.
Great
Thank
video,
you.
guys. Great
I
video.
think-
Who shot that?
Go, Mark.
So we got a good friend of ours, Warwick Saw from Pulseworks Media. He helped us with our previous video as well, and we sort of have I help him, he helps us sort of negotiation. So he shot all the video. The band came up with sort of the idea, the look and the feel, and between friends and family, we sort of brainstormed the whole concept and what we wanted to achieve with the video. But yeah, the cinematography all comes from Pulseworks, and then Ryan and myself sort of did the initial edit to get it to where the videographer had to take it further and make it just beautiful and put all the pretty shakes in and the pretty effects.
Big shout out to you guys and
There we
Pulse
go.
Media. Really good video, and love the imagery and the lighting and everything. Made it
Yeah,
work.
whose
Yeah.
idea was it to sing into the light bulbs? That's a kind of.
I like that.
We'll do that.
That was Ryan.
I think
Oh,
we
I'm just
kind
going to
of,
sing into this light bulb. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Got a light bulb. I got a light bulb, guys. I was saying that.
yeah, we good. Yeah, we kind
No,
of.
I
I think
love
we skanked that from another music video because it was another friend of mine I studied with, Ryan Hull from Monroe's, and they shot a music video where he was singing to a light bulb, and that was many moons back.
Yeah.
That's cool. I dig it.
Yeah,
Love the
cool.
video.
Oh, looks good. Looks good.
So
Yeah,
guys,
just created
obviously in this
a cool mood and a cool sort of ambiance for the video and sort of the imagery that we wanted to get, this creepiness of the devil coming over your shoulder.
Yeah.
So the light bulb swing, there's always a bit of madness and craziness happening. So it came together nicely.
Love it. When can we expect the next single then, seeing that we're in this lockdown period now?
Oh, hopefully soon. I mean, me and Mark, we're always brainstorming. I mean, I'll be honest with you, when it comes to Bandits, me and Mark are the ones that always just sit and talk and do things. There's music, it's lined up. I mean, there's stuff that's recorded we haven't even released yet, and this one just took preference for now. But there's still others that still need to see the light of day.
Well, guys, you need to come and bring that into the studio, and let's rip
Love
it
to.
apart.
Yeah.
Let's rip it apart. So, guys, how can people find out more information about Barcode Bandits?
So we on obviously Facebook, the Barcode Bandits, Instagram, the Barcode Bandits. We've got our own website as well, www.thebarcodebandits.com. We're obviously also on our YouTube channel, the Barcode Bandits, and then we on all the live streaming platforms. Everything from Apple Music to Deezer to Spotify, you name it. And we just added a whole bunch of lists for overseas markets as well. I don't even know all their names yet, but we're on pretty much all the platforms. If you just go and search the Barcode Bandits, 3 words basically, the Barcode Bandits, you'll find us on most of the platforms. Our Google is pretty, because we search every day, and our Google is sort of climbing the fence. So you should find us fairly quickly.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on New Music Mondays here on DiscovrTV, and we'll hope to see you in the studio soon.
Definitely.
Yeah, just get one to drop me a message about it, and let's get you guys in.
Cool.
That'll be fantastic.
Let us know when the next track drops, and we'll have you back on then as well.
We'll do, man. Big shout out to Warren as well from Plug Music for getting us in here. We really appreciate it. And thank you, Martin, for also chatting to us all the way from the UK. And luckily, your weather's nice and warm, and ours is cold.
Well, not that bad, guys. We're 22 today.
Yeah, it's warmer.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer. It actually feels like spring.
Doesn't matter what the weather's like when we're having these conversations. It feels like summer any day.
Oh, yes, it does. So well said, Martin.
He's smooth. That's number 3 on the cliche list.
I'll give you one of those, Martin.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
He's got his roadcaster back on again.
I got my roadcaster back.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll chat soon.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having us.
Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Man.
All the best for the show, and well done on keeping the music scene alive. We appreciate it.
That's what we do.
You guys
See you
rock.
soon. Cheers, man. Bye.
Cheers.
And we're back. I got my toy back.
Curiously, I felt like I put my hand up. I felt like it disappeared, but I think it's just a weird light effect. We've got some vinyl crackle going on. Okay.
Well, because I can. I got my toy back.
I'm doing live streaming by JJ Abrams at the moment. I think. Weird lens flare. You've got some going on as well, yeah.
Yeah, I got.
This is right.
There we go.
Star Trek: The Unexplored Music Album.
Ladies and gentlemen. Should we get another guest on?
I think we should, because otherwise we will talk rubbish for another 10 minutes.
For the next 20 minutes. Yeah, let's do it. There we go.
I
was going to sing.
Right. Like nobody ever done that. I'm sure ever. Yeah, we would go. No one's ever thought of that.
I really wanted to do that tonight. It just felt so nice to do that tonight. I wanted to sing. For you, Roxanne, because you write the most beautiful music.
Oh, thank you so much.
He saved that at the last minute. Yeah, that was a good save, Jules. Good save. Good evening, Roxanne Sebastian. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine. Thanks so much for having me back. I think this is my third appearance.
Yeah, I think so. I think you were on one of the very first shows. I think we had you on.
And then you came back with
very early
banger of a track last year, end of last year.
Do you know that hit our top 10 of the year last year? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. What an honor!
There you go. Yes. That was in fact, not just in the top 10. I think it was pretty high up in the top 10 if I remember very well. Yeah, they weren't particularly ranked. They were ranked, but they weren't really ranked. It was just 10. But yours was third.
It was 20, actually.
That's like an actual medal.
Do I have
the bronze medal?
There's a podium.
It was 20. She came. It was number 3.
That's a good point. It was 10 each, so it was actually 20. So
number 2 in the UK, number 3 on the global chart.
There you go.
Well, I'm very flattered.
There you go. How are you this week? Have we got wallets and phones intact and all that kind of stuff?
We do. Yeah, no misplaced bank cards this week. But yeah, I'm a little bit under the weather. I won't go on about it, but it's a post jab.
Oh wow!
Major dip.
Oh god!
So please excuse any.
So I'm going to my jab in 2 weeks. So I'm like kind of.
No, not necessarily. So please don't let this put you off or freak you out at all.
Nothing's going to put me off having my jab. Believe me.
It didn't affect me at all. You know, I had nothing. A slight sense of bruising in my arm. I'm not convinced they gave me one. I think I'm kind of guinea pig.
Were you in the placebo group?
I think so, yeah. And not even in the placebo to the degree that they just didn't give it to me. They just pretended they had. It's not even I was given anything, just nothing. Said, "Are you sure you've injected me?" Yeah. On you go.
Well, I was totally fine after the first, and then I just did the silly thing of I had the classic symptoms after the second one, and then I didn't rest. I pushed through because I had 2 music video shoots in one day, and which was a bit silly anyway. So yeah, not on 100% today.
Both jabs already.
Oh, thank you very much for joining us.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Not well.
You're so welcome.
You just announced that we can get jabs if we're over 50 in 2 weeks' time. So we're still we're still at that level. We're still busy with the 60s and over.
Yeah, well, the UK has not been great for many things, but the vaccine rollout's been
that has been one of them. We can mildly congratulate ourselves on that one.
Yeah. For one thing, they definitely have made sure they got right, government, even though he decided to do all those stupid things in the middle of it, isn't it? What's his name?
Oh, God knows. Who cares?
Oh, God knows.
Let's not.
It's gone now.
It's gone now.
So, I mean, one thing we could, talking about you being a trooper, one thing we can probably generally say about Roxanne is one of the hardest working people in music, I think. I mean, just popping up all over the place. Online Q&A panels, working with the FAC, working with PPL. 2 video shoots in a day does not surprise me at all. That's kind of just I'll do 2. Why not 3? Oh, maybe 2. Maybe 2.
Another one.
You see, sometimes it's that fine line between hardworking and madness. So, I might have crossed it on that occasion. It's really nice to hear that.
I'm for madness. Madness
Are you?
wins every time. Madness wins every time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you were about to say it's very nice to hear something. I don't know what you've done.
Oh no, it's just very nice to hear that. It's often, I don't know, maybe that's a classic sign of a workaholic, but it often doesn't feel like that to me. Especially, I think maybe lots of people feel this way. It's a bit deceiving because we're not actually going anywhere. So we have this feeling of, I'm not working hard because I'm just at home all the time. But
yeah. I heard someone say at some point we stopped working at home and started living at work. Which is,
very good.
Good way to put it, actually.
Yeah,
that way.
But not a happy way to live. So you're right. It's finding the time to actually stop and properly rest and things like that is part of the issue with this weird life that we're in. However, as I say, like the hard work that you put in across the board, as I say, I keep saying you're popping up everywhere. It's fantastic. Always lovely to see you on those Q&A. Do you like? I mean, it's this crazy thing to say. It must be incredible doing those Q&A panels. The breadth and depth of people who show up on the FAC panels is amazing.
Oh, I know. It's the best job ever. So I absolutely love my work with the FAC, and it's been amazing that we've been able to continue it throughout this pandemic and offer all these events. Now, all of them are for free at the moment. So every month I get to host a Q&A with an established or inspiring artist. And some of them, especially this year, have just been amazing. So it's not work. It's just such a gift to be able to listen to these amazing people. I got to interview Johnny Marr.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
That was incredible.
It was incredible. So cool. It really is. And I played, on the record that's coming out later on this year, I had the real privilege of playing one of Johnny Marr's old guitars that now belongs to the producer that I worked with. So it was a really nice opportunity to get to show Johnny Marr like a little picture of me playing his guitar. It's like
awesome.
Do you recognize this? I got to play it. So that was amazing. And the last artist was Shabaka Hutchins.
Yeah.
Who's just single-handedly sort of made jazz cool now. So I don't know how he's done that. But I've seldomly ever heard anyone be so eloquent, and it's just inspiring to hear from other artists and how
it's
they
been
do
amazing people. Ray Morris was a great one. You've had Bernard Butler on as well recently. It's amazing artists, but also for anyone who's like catching up with these things, and direct insights from Spotify as well, which I find fascinating as well. They basically been doing a monthly what Spotify are doing straight from Spotify, which is incredible.
Yeah, I think. That's an interesting one. And this is definitely a plug for all artists watching this, just to join the FAC. And most of these events, you could even first just join for free in the sort of community as a community member and come along to some of these events, because it is a brilliant opportunity to ask difficult questions directly to Spotify. And I think that's, it's great of Spotify that they do that. And to be fair to them, they haven't shied away from
they're incredibly
questions.
open. Yeah.
So it's been good.
It's actually today. I'm sure you know the Midham Festival that takes place. They're doing Midham Africa this week, all virtually and online. So I've actually been following a lot of the talks and everything today on the Midham Africa page. I'm talking about globalization of music and how the African stories, starting to influence a lot of musical trends and stuff like that. So I find that really interesting, and there's been some really interesting talks as well. I love these kind of things because you just get to learn so much. I mean, I've been in this industry for 30 years, and I still feel like every day I learn something new. It's never,
because it changes all the time.
Yeah, you never stop learning, and it's just, and I think that's why I can never get out of this industry, because like I can't really work a 9-to-5 job. I love this too much. There's just too many things, and it changes too much and too quickly, and it's like, and I'm learning from my son now, 20-year-old son who's like got into film and music, and it's like I'm learning from him now. So it's like it's great.
That's so nice.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So that's a big plug. I'm doing that plug as well. That's the Featured Artist Coalition. So any artists who are watching this, interested in that, in fact, anyone really, but it's for us. But a really fascinating insight. So you should get online, find the Featured Artist Coalition, and join up. It's an amazing
can
thing.
artists from anywhere in the world join, or is it only from?
Yes, absolutely, from anywhere.
Okay, cool. Well,
and that's also been the great thing about these events, is that now that they're online,
digital,
we get to reach.
Oh, we'll definitely be posting more of that onto our pages. So just send me the links when you get
Of course.
We'll post them to all the artists here locally as well, because a lot of artists obviously trying to break around the world, etc., etc. So things like this are good for them.
So that's that. We'll park that now, Roxanne.
Let's talk about music.
Last time we spoke to you, you were being, I don't know, because I know you quite well, so I knew a little bit about what's going on, but we were also being a little bit reluctant to express too much about what was actually going in the background. But we can, I know the announcements have come out, but let's make the announcement official here as well. What's the news?
That was my drum roll. I don't know if you could hear that.
I could just about.
I'll go on.
You've got one.
Hey.
Well, that's not a drum roll. I don't know what that was.
I don't have any drum rolls on here, man. Where's my drum roll? I've lost it.
I don't know. There's definitely there's a badum, but I don't think that's the quite one. Anyway, but imagine a drum roll, everyone. Well, Roxanne just did one, and we just ruined it for her.
You didn't ruin it. You made it better. There we go.
The news is
I have an album coming out.
Yay!
Fantastic.
When?
So the album is called You and Me, We Are the Same, and it's coming out on September 3rd. And it's available to pre-order right now.
Pre-order now, which I have done already, and I can't wait.
Hooray!
I'm going to go and pre-order it. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
It's exclusively available on my Bandcamp page at the moment. So just roxannedebastian.bandcamp.com.
There we go.
Get on there and get that stuff. Yeah, so it's been, as we've said to the guys from the Barco Bandits on before, I'm sure the original plan was probably not to take quite as long in terms of getting this to people. But anticipation is a wonderful thing as well. But how are you feeling now about this? It's really happening now. Does it feel like it's really happening now?
It does. There's still a lot of uncertainty. It's just odd to try and operate in a world that's sort of fluctuating the whole time more than ever before. So in terms of planning live shows, if I could, I'd have planned tours in all sorts of countries already now, but I can't quite do that yet. So that's been tricky, but it just feels so good to finally have a release date. It's coming out that day, and to finally get some new music out.
Fantastic. In fact, no, I don't want to kind of go into the depths of this as well, but just to kind of touch on that fact you said about the touring, you are also someone who's toured extensively across Europe and across the world in the past as well.
Yes.
So outside of COVID, those frustrations as well going on at the moment, but I'll not go into that depth. Well, all that planning that you would normally be able to do is kind of yikes. Don't know how to do this.
Yeah, my brain's been doing this really weird thing of, it's like this card catalog that's sort of panicking every now and then, just sort of like throws out these random memories of this train station or that sort of Riviera. And I'm like, oh yeah, what was that tour in Italy, like tour in the US? Because it's, my brain's not used to being in one place.
It's even having to sort of rethink the strategy as well, because like you said, you would have had a kind of, not that you would do the same thing again, but you have a starting point in terms of a reference point of things you've done before.
Yes.
Which at the moment, we just have to sort of reimagine everything. To a degree.
Well, we started sort of finding new ways of doing things about this time last year, really. And you know, as you guys have done with this show, and it's working well. It has been good to find new ways of doing things and reaching different people, and that has been exciting as well. So yeah, there have definitely been good things about this.
Yeah, and I think as Jill's touched on earlier on with the Barcode Bandits as well, I think there's that idea that perhaps we might find that the other side of this is maybe people have maybe a little bit less taking things for granted, maybe a little bit more appreciation of the work and effort that goes into putting on a show, and the artists that you love, maybe they are worth kind of giving them a buck or two to buy a record.
Buy a vinyl, buy a CD, go and support them live, buy some merch.
Yeah. I hope so. I mean, I have to say that like music fans throughout this have been just amazing. You know, it's been a hard time for everyone, but I definitely feel a lot closer to some of the people who support and like my music now than before. So I'm super grateful for that.
Fantastic. So
Should
the
we
album,
check out some new music?
album's going to say album out in September, but we've got a single out now.
Brand new single, Molecules. Let's go and check it out. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Roxanne Sebastian, Molecules on New Music Mondays. Enjoy.
You can shout at molecules and see them react. That might be God, they might have mislabeled that. Rip out a flower and watch it grow back. That might be God, they might have mislabeled that. Hum a tune and watch concrete crack. That might be God, they might have mislabeled that. You can shout at molecules and see them react. That might be God, they might have mislabeled that. You can internalize opinion and call it fact. As if it's gospel, you might have mislabeled that. Smash it to pieces with a baseball bat. Thinking you're God, you might have mislabeled that. Glue it together and call it intact. And sell it on, you will have mislabeled that. Internalize opinion and call it fact. As if it's gospel, you might have mislabeled that.
Banger, 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 banger in every possible way is the only thing I can say about that. Wow. Wow.
You do what you just like. That is the sort of thing that just does demand an audience at the end to go, yeah. So that's the kind of, it's just going to stop like that.
Wow. So different compared to heavy lifting, which took us on such an emotional journey. And, you know, and kind of was, if I have to say, was the ballad of the year for us last year. No doubt about it. It was just the most beautiful song. And but this just takes us on a whole nother trip. And I suppose the video takes you on that trip as well. That's like, it really does. And I hadn't listened to the song because I've been in studio as well for the whole time. So I haven't had a chance to actually listen to the track. So this is the first time I'm hearing it. And I'm like going, Wow. Okay, that's going on my playlist, guaranteed from tomorrow. Hang on, you're muted. You see, I'm so excited. I forgot to.
You just shut up and listen, Roxanne. Whilst we,
you don't know how to talk. I'm doing all
whilst we enthuse about you.
Okay.
No, it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. It's such a different journey to what I went on with heavy lifting, because that was just, as I said, the most beautiful song of the year. And this is just like such a great energy, and it's just like kind of reminds me of like the coolness of like the B-52s in the 80s, and like kind of, but a bit of like, it's something different. It's so different. I can't pigeonhole it in any kind of way, which I don't want to do, but it's so cool.
It's very Roxanne Sebastian, I think. That's what I want to say. I mean, it does take, it's sort of, obviously it's very current. And I think I said to you recently, I've seen you play that, solo. So it's really lovely to hear it in its sort of fully developed, fully realized version. But it also does sort of take me back to that very first time I saw you as a solo artist with an electric guitar, and just that energy that you put across, and going back again, the connection that you made with the audience the very first time I saw you was one of the first things that really kind of, aside from the great music, of course, but just the connection you made with people in the audience just really blew me away. So. And I get all of that energy from the song. I think that's what I'm trying to say as well. So
I love it. One more. Pre-order the album now, people. There you go. I've set up links. I've set it all out. Pre-order the album now. RoxanneSebastian.bandcamp.com. Pre-order the album.
Are we getting more previews before the album release, or what's happening now?
Yes, you are. Firstly, can I say how much I enjoy coming onto this show?
Yes, you can. You can.
This is very, very nice for me. Thank you both.
Anytime. You're welcome on the show anytime. Anytime.
Well, I'm so glad. I was sitting on that recording waiting to release it, and I just could not wait. And again, in a way, so it's obviously a green screen shoot, that music video. I didn't actually go into space. I hope that doesn't disappoint too much.
Okay, we're going now. What, next guest?
How did you make yourself into black and white?
But again, that was, so obviously we had to do that because lockdown and everything, and then it just turned out so well, and I was so happy with it. And I could tell you a little bit about the album, just to pick up on what you were saying about the very different vibes. So, because I think I was a bit cryptic about this last time. I'm not sure if I told you about this at all, but so the album is very much dedicated to my dad, and it's mostly because all the songs were written and recorded in the time when I was losing him. And for anyone who's sort of been through a similar thing, it was such an odd time of so much cognitive dissonance, because there's so much grief and sadness, but also just so much, you still have the time together. So you have these complete euphoric moments of just sparkle and happiness and love. And so bizarrely, this album is the happiest, most sort of uplifting piece of work that I've ever made. And so Molecules is the opening track to it. And it's sort of, a real journey of those low moments like heavy lifting, but also all the really elated, euphoric moments and all the things that you feel in that time.
Fantastic.
Well, it's amazing. I can't wait to hear the full album. Can't wait. Absolutely excited. We got to rush tonight, guys.
I was going to suggest, can we do something we don't normally do? Because I think he'd enjoy it if we did this.
Let's do it.
I couldn't give him any warning.
I was going to do it.
That was unexpected.
I know. I thought I'd unexpectedly join him in, because he's very excited about being on the show with you, Roxanne, and also I think loves the track as well. So I thought, Roxanne.
Hi, Dan.
There you go.
Hi, Roxanne. Nice to finally
meet
you properly, face to face, sort of, over the internet.
Yeah, as close as it gets these days.
I'll just repeat what I said in the private chat. What an absolute banger of a track! That was amazing. Martin played it on his show a couple of weeks ago, and I was sitting here doing my day job, going, "Fuck yeah, this is awesome."
Well, that means a lot. Thank you.
Dan came with me to a show of yours. I think it was definitely on the last album sort of promo thing. Although I think it was actually maybe
book launch.
I was going to say it was the book launch. Yeah.
Ah, cool. In
down in
Lexington.
London.
Oh,
Yeah.
with my broken ankle. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Matches on
I
stage.
tried,
Good.
yeah, so that was the first time I dragged Dan along to see you live then. So there you go.
Dragged. Like I had to be dragged.
Nobody needs to drag anybody to watch Roxanne.
No, Martin, I
Pretty
don't
sure
want to
that-
go.
So anyway, there you go. I just thought, look, connect, like we can do this, you see. So we're kind of just connecting people across the world to say hello.
I'm very
Thank you,
honoured.
thank you, Roxanne. It's absolutely fantastic to see you and hear from you always. So can't wait for
Oh,
new
thank
music.
you so much for having me on. Always a pleasure. Happy
I'm
to
do
come
my
on
little
fourth time.
mix,
Let me know.
Dan, so you don't go anywhere. Roxanne, thank you so
I
much.
also kind of feel like it's appropriate that you're here when this is happening as well. So did you know about this, don't you? This is it. It's going.
Oh my
Going
god.
last days.
It's all going.
I know.
So
So-
Very
sad.
sad.
For the both of you to be on here, both of you who have done things with me here. So
Yeah.
I've done
So
almost
love-
everything I've done.
well, that's true as well.
Aw.
But yeah, lovely to see you virtually. So thank you.
Thanks, Roxanne. We'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
There you go. See you soon,
Bye.
Roxanne.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Dan.
Hello.
Hey.
I realised that for the first little bit of that, I actually had my my effects on, so I must have sounded like full of reverb, like I was at Wembley for a little while.
You'd saying you did that by mistake, and now
I'm just quickly checking the football scores, talking about
good evening, Wembley.
I just
3-2
looked
to
down.
Spain, if anybody's watching. 3-2 to Spain against Croatia.
Okay.
Nobody wants to know.
I just looked down at my desk and was like, "Oh, I've just been talking to Roxanne Sebastian like a twat with my fucking echo on." Ah! Oh wow.
Oh well,
Oh,
these are the things that create joy in our lives. Dan Thomas, welcome back to New Music Mondays
Good to be back. Thanks for having me.
from home this time. Last time we had you on, you were in the studio here with me, in fact. So
I was.
Yes, that is correct.
And you kept obscuring my face with your microphone.
yeah, I can't do that today. Look, it doesn't work. I can't do it. My hand disappears if I try to
Did
do
a
it
lot
today.
of positioning with my own mic to make sure that it wasn't conducted, like this.
I don't even have a microphone still. It's like I don't even know head. Well, I've got these things in because I'm in the last minute laptop mood. So there you go. So yeah, welcome back to the
Welcome,
show.
Dan. Welcome, Dan. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again, Jules.
We are into new release territory because this new single just came out on Friday.
Yes, it did. Yeah, The Darkness and Me came out on the 25th of June.
Fantastic.
It's
So
June already.
yeah, I know.
I know.
Well,
It's July in 3 days.
I know.
Man, when-
I know that to be the case because I have to be out of here after that. So like I'm very conscious of July happening because that's my day. But yeah, so it is June. It's the 25th of June, and The Darkness and Me is now out. So tell us a little bit about this particular song because we've talked a little bit tonight about lockdown experiences, and this one is very much a lockdown experience song, I think.
It is. I mean, yeah, you were very much kind of a part of it in the sense of like, you were the first person I told about it when it happened. It was born from very early on in lockdown. It was the Easter weekend last year in the first UK lockdown. And I was on my government sanctioned exercise, allowed to go out once a day for a walk around. But I was doing mine quite late at night because obviously I've got a little girl at home, so we had to make sure she was down in bed. And then I thought, I'm going to go out for a walk with my wife at home. Obviously, we didn't just leave Amelia. That would have been weird.
Bye.
But yeah, it was the Thursday of what would be the Easter weekend, and I was walking down 4th Street in Hertford, and I know you know it, Martin, but for those of you that don't, it's like the main strip in Hertford town, and where a lot of the clubs and the bars are. So normally on a Thursday or at the beginning of a 4-day weekend, you would expect it to be absolutely heaving and full of life and lots of drunk people using crude language and all the rest. And it was like about 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night, and there was nobody. There was nothing going on at all. Because, I mean, this was back when we really couldn't go out and do anything beyond a little bit of exercise here and there.
30 minutes. It was 30 minutes you were allowed out for.
Yeah, 30 minutes. I'm fairly certain. Being a rebel, I was out for probably about an hour because I think it took me about it took me about 30 minutes to walk into town back then.
Safe to admit it now.
Rebel. That's about as rebellious as I get. But yeah, and I was walking around, and it was I was really struck by like the silence. All I could hear was my own footsteps echoing off the walls, and like the humming of electricity. And I think I might have heard like one car in the distance somewhere, and it was so eerie to see somewhere that was so normally full of life. And it just brought up images. I know it's not the same thing, it's not London, but it brought up images of 28 Days Later when Cillian Murphy's just wandering around London and nothing's happening. And I remember like I was writing down some notes when I was walking around, and I remember like I said, feeling like Cillian Murphy, the end is seriously fucking nigh.
And we do get zombies in Hartford as well. That's the other thing to point out.
We do.
So just so
you know. Just so you know.
But yeah, no, I was walking around and thought, oh, there's definitely a song in this. And I meant like I had been working on some stuff with Martin up until that point, and I just text Martin and went, I think I've just come up with another song. I think the germ of an idea has arrived. And 14 months later, here's the released version.
Yeah.
There it is. Should we take a listen?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's do it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The Darkness and Me, Dan Thomas on New Music Monday. Hope you enjoy.
Town on a lonely street, 4th Street, Thursday night, the place to be. Instead of the party life and a steady beat, emptiness stretches out ahead of me. The virus has taken hold of everything. Now the world just seems so cold. I take in the deafening silence. Peace never felt so goddamn lonely. The shutters are closed, the light is gone, and the only thing that's left is the darkness and so cold. I take in the deafening silence. Peace never felt so goddamn lonely. The shutters are closed, the life is gone, and the only thing that's left is the darkness and death. Damn lonely. The shutters are closed, the light is gone, and the only thing that's left is the darkness and me.
Dan Thomas and The Darkness and Me on New Music Mondays. Have I unmuted everybody? I'm unmuting. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. He's off, he's on, he's off, he's on.
He's on.
It's got just dedicated to that time that you performed I Believe in a Thing Called Love with No, it's not about that. It's not about the time I played with the darkness. I do know someone who played on stage with the darkness.
Oh, really?
I know a drummer who did sort of a little tour with the darkness. Yeah.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, anybody watching on Facebook, you can turn off those horrible little captions these days now on Facebook. So if you are watching on Facebook, turn captions off.
Oh, it does some weird stuff with the lyrics on songs, doesn't it?
No. Oh, man. Weird, man. It's like, I didn't write that. That's not my song. Where did you get that from?
Something about
I'm sure
Japanese, what? Eh?
Yeah, that's it. It came up with that on this song. I was like, wait, what? I can't remember what lyric it was, but it said something about Japanese. I was like, wait, what? Those aren't my words.
I didn't write anything about Japanese.
Go home, Facebook. You're drunk.
Yeah,
it's funny. It's a great track.
Thank you.
And one of the things that I think is really great about that one actually is it's kind of, although it's got a certain darkness to it, it's got it's very sing along.
Anthony says, "Very nice, Dan. Very nice."
Oh, thank you, Anthony.
I know you were singing along with it yourself, but it's one of those kind of ones that really kind of blends nicely to want to kind of go, yeah, I've got this. I've got a little bit of. I want to join in. Kind of
just for clarity, the bit I was singing along to was not a bit that I did. It was a bit that I had an amazing. I have to give him a shout out. Amazing guest artist came to do some backing vocals in this. A chap by the name of Ravi Amrith. Obviously.
Ravi.
You're familiar.
Ravi. We haven't seen Ravi in a while.
Where is Ravi?
He takes little vacations from the internet every now and again, as one should do for their mental health. But he'll be back. I have absolutely no doubt. And when he does, he'll be amazing.
We've had some great chats with Ravi on here. In fact, we did it. we not quite the same as we did to you, but we did a thing with Ravi where we realised he was still backstage at the end of the show, so we just brought him back on again. He was like, "What?"
I was going to say, did you drop him on with Cameron Sanderson or something?
I'm on again.
He would have loved that.
Oh, we haven't done that yet. No, we might do that next time.
You should. Don't tell him you're going to do it. You just go like, "Oh yeah, look, Ravi, here's Cameron." But I don't know do you remember that session where he came in, Mike? That song was
I remember it very well. I remember it being a very joyous occasion.
That was the most fun we had in the whole recording process, because it's just jokes for the whole 5-hour stretch we were there, 4 or 5 hours. It was amazing, so much fun. If you're not familiar with him, at Ravi Amrith, go check him out.
Go check him out, guys. We love Ravi. He's great.
Yeah. And I was also, like Sarah, just a reminder about those that just making music basically, something like you kind of said earlier on, Jules. Really, just what else would you want to do with your life?
Absolutely,
it's just like so much fun to be had, even when you're trying to express really serious, emotional experiences, emotional thoughts. But music's a thing that connects us. It's a thing that creates huge joy amongst our communities and just gives us like some of the most pleasurable and happiest memories of our lives, I think, that come out through music. So.
Absolutely, definitely.
Can we get a round of applause for that, Jules?
There we go.
That. Well said, sir.
There you go.
That'll go down in the annals of history as a great speech.
That's one. It goes down in the
Shut up, guys.
In the anus of history.
What's happened?
3-3. Apparently Spain were 3-1 up with 6 minutes to go, and Croatia equalised in the last minute to go 3-3 in extra time. I didn't even see that. I thought Spain had won it. So football update for everybody who wants to know.
Thank you very much. If you were watching this instead of the football, why? If you wanted to know the football scores, why do you want? But vice versa. I don't know.
Because you can do both, Martin.
I know. I can. I am actually quite grateful for the update because I did want to know.
Jules is providing a service. You don't have to have another tab open on your browser.
That's very true.
Keep me updated with the football.
And I do like to know what goes on, especially now we're not in it, and I don't have to pretend to care.
Tomorrow's the big game. England, Germany.
Tomorrow is our big game. Yeah.
I'm gonna admit something that's possibly will get me kicked out of get my English card torn up. But when England were playing Scotland, I secretly kind of wanted Scotland to win a little bit.
I did want Scotland to win. I just kind of was, come on, Scotland.
Just because, and I won't tar everyone with the same brush, but some England fans out there can be so goddamn insufferable. I'm like, do you know what? I just really want Scotland to really humble you right now.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make it clear I didn't say that. that was not prompted by me. That's all Dan's. That's all he's on there.
Any fans that I would have got,
Africa, so nobody really cares.
Any fans that I would have got, they've all just gone. Fuck that guy. Yeah. Other opinions are available. If we disagree, that's fine.
That's right. It's just fun taking part, right?
Absolutely, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it'll be fun. It'll be all fun tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. England, Germany. I mean, what a thing! That's just how it. It never fails to come up. Never fails to be not interesting.
I bet the Germans don't give a shit. To us, it's like, oh my god, it's our classic rivals, and to Germany, it's like, sorry, what?
As the German national FA put on Twitter or something like, "Es kommt nach home." It's coming home.
Oh, okay. I was going to say yeah, I don't know.
I've probably got their last word wrong, but something like that. They just in German. They put on the day the draw was made. They said in German, "It's coming home," which I think is a real burn.
That's excellent. It's only a game at the end of the day.
But you know, I mean, I just love it. I love it. I love sport. I love football. It's amazing. It's just like, you know, it's not always. Am I going to make a rational way of connecting these two things together? It's a bit like music as well. It's not always great, but we have to have it. Otherwise, life just isn't worth it.
Yeah, I'd rather be out there doing a bad gig than not doing any gigs.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, for sure.
Or seeing a bad gig.
To echo the sentiment that you or seeing a bad gig, but echoing the sentiment that you had earlier on, Martin. Just I was lucky enough recently to do not one but two live in-person shows in 1 week, which was amazing, and they were both at the same venue within like 3 days of each other, because I got invited back kind of last minute to do the next one to support an artist who I admire a lot.
Billy Lunn from the Subways, right?
It was, yes, it was amazing. Billy Lunn. It was amazing. Fantastic. Yeah, old friend Bill, and
bizarre. It's like weirdly, or not weirdly, but they're using Rock and Roll Queen on an ad at the moment. So the Subways are all over the place. It's on like is it Ladbrokes or what?
It's a Ladbrokes advert. Yeah. It's very, very cool. It's like with all the drummers, isn't it?
Betting ad. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Probably don't get. I think that's. I'm not sure it's an international thing. It might be a UK based thing, Jules. But I think you'd like to check out "Rock and Roll Queen" by the Subways. I think you'd like that.
Okay, cool.
One of their original songs, but they've got new music coming out soon as well. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you. You did.
No, that's quite right. But yeah, I did those two gigs, and especially when I did the first one, I remember I even said it on stage. I said, it was a reminder of like just how much I'd missed. I didn't know how much I'd missed playing live until I did the show. I knew I'd missed it, but then that euphoric feeling of just playing to a crowd who was there in front of you, giving you very much giving you feedback in the moment that you can tangibly hear. As just said, it's just the streamings, as much as it's been fun to do it, it's just no substitute. This is just I'm so privileged to do this. Live. But then I did the gig 2 days later, and it was at the same venue, and I thought, is this possibly gonna, like, I don't know why. I thought at the time, am I going back too soon? Am I gonna taint the memory of the last one? And then no, absolutely not. I remember telling Martin about that before, and Martin was like, no. Why would you think that? I'm like, I don't know. I thought it at the time, but every bit is good.
If Prince can generate enough interest just for himself to do whatever it was, 27 nights at the O2, I think any of us at our level are going, can I play another gig tomorrow? Yes.
Yes, good God, yes.
Let's go and do it. Just go and do it.
Speaking of which, anyone in the St Albans area, I will be at the Speckled Hen this Wednesday, playing a open mic of sorts, but it's like a booked open mic. So yeah, come on down and see me. Nice. Speckled Hen on Wednesday.
excellent in St Albans in Hertfordshire.
Shameless
Isn't that where Watford is?
Speckletown.
Aren't
Yeah,
Watford
so
in Hertfordshire?
it's near Watford. St Albans is near. It's quite near Watford.
Oh, we've had this conversation before, haven't we, Martin?
I think
we went
so.
on like the whole thing. We went on about that whole thing because I was a big Watford fan in the 80s.
Yeah,
John
great
Barnes,
Graham
Luther
Taylor,
Blissett,
John Barnes. Yeah, those were the days.
Nigel Callaghan.
Speaking
Those
of
were the days.
speaking of Watford and football and St Albans, and just as it sort of popped into my head, and I think it will mean something to all of us. Just want to maybe she might see this and know this. So I just want to say a big wave and lots of love to Minnie Birch because she's going through some had hard times at the moment, getting her health taken care of, which I think she's been taken care of very well. But also, just want to send lots of love to Minnie Birch.
Another one of the wonderful guests on my upcoming music, actually, and phenomenal musician, the nicest person on planet Earth. And I same as you, wish her the speediest of recoveries because it's not fair, because it doesn't deserve that at all. So Wednesday, Speckletown, St Albans, single out now. I've got to say the same thing as I say that all the time on my show, particularly if you're watching this show as well. If you're enjoying the artist, if you like music, whatever the artist is that you like, go give them a follow. Not just on social media, but especially on the platforms like Spotify, things like that. It makes a big difference to the artist if you actually hit that follow button on those streaming platforms. And obviously it makes a big difference to them if you stream the music as well. So, play the music. But just, interact with them as much as possible because I think it makes a big difference to the likes of you as an artist, Dan, just to kind of, as we were saying, I think even with Roxanne and like not being able to meet with people directly, but still being able to create that interaction with your audience and the people who like music just generally. It's not all about sort of me being artist, you being fan. It's all about us as people, isn't it? So. Yeah, I saw something. I can't remember who it was. It's Gillian Francis, I think is her name. On Instagram the other day was saying something about she does not think of her fans as a fan base. She thinks of them as her community, and that really resonated with me. It's like fan base implies very much a hierarchical kind of relationship, whereas a community is much more what she's about. And I'm like, that makes a whole load of sense to me. So please do follow me, come and have a chat as well. You don't want to just hear me spout enough about I'm doing this, I've got that out. Have a conversation. I'm a very nice bloke, I'd like to think, and my wife thinks so.
Roxanne was saying that earlier in terms of what this whole COVID thing has done, bringing people together in terms of getting closer to fans, creating communities. You've got more and more in touch with the musician these days over this period than we had before, and I think it definitely has brought the interaction between fans and the musician a lot closer than ever before. And like we were saying earlier, maybe after this, people will appreciate music more. People will be wanting to be more involved with an artist, and buy the merch, get the album, make more of an effort to go to a live gig, or watch a live stream, or whatever it may be, but just being more involved. And I think we're definitely seeing more of that. And I've seen it a lot more at gigs as well, because we've got these shows on Sundays, which unfortunately we're having to postpone from this week Sunday due to we've got into another lockdown with the booze ban. No alcohol for the next 2 weeks, but it's going to be longer. It'll be for a month. So obviously they've closed all restaurants, etc. So now we've got no live venues. But just watching how the fans, people coming to the gigs or being more interactive with the artist is a massive thing that I didn't see before. And you always found in the past that people would go to the bar, and we were saying it earlier, just sitting at the pub talking to their mates, not really taking, any notice of who's playing on stage. But now they are. So maybe people are just appreciating music more. And maybe if one thing that does come out of this, I know Musos has suffered more than anybody probably out of this crisis than in any industry. I don't care what people say. Restaurants can close, but musicians, if they don't play, they don't make money. It's that simple. And it's like you kind of do live from hand to mouth in a lot of situations, especially for young up-and-coming musicians, where they literally will go from gig to gig, and that's how they live. And I remember when I first started out, that's how we lived. We were playing from city to city to small town, and that 500 Rand you got on that night was your dinner for the next two nights before you played your next gig. It's the way you lived. And now there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. And slowly but surely, you guys are coming back out of it in the UK. You guys had it a lot harder than what we had it in South Africa. We just have it in these troughs. So
Yeah, can't read it, can you? It's too far.
I
still
saw this.
set for the 19th. Oh, because they said they were going to bring it forward.
Oh, did they? I didn't hear that. No,
I saw on Sky News the other day. They were talking about potentially the 5th.
Nah. No, maybe they might have hoped. I think let's just keep the story going. Deflect it from somewhere else. Anyway.
Maybe. It's just, I think, so the musicians have been hit harder than everybody. I saw a post on Facebook today. A guy was saying, and it was like kind of really hit home for me, is that if you've got a job and earning a salary, why don't you call up that muso friend of yours and just give him $500? Just say thank you for the music.
It's been fantastic that what a lot of people have been doing is where they might have been going out to gigs, buying a ticket for a gig anyway. They've still been spending that money on merchandise, like getting album downloads or T-shirts or mugs or whatever. So that money, or tip jars even. So I would have come to see you, so I would have spent that money on going out to gigs this year. So I'll pick out an artist and I'll just give that money to them instead. It's been so much. I mean, it is hard, but equally just got so much support and love from people who love music as well. Just to acknowledge that as well. In times when everyone's been finding it hard, so it's not like they've just got money to burn themselves.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Yeah.
So, guys, if I could just interrupt for 1 second quickly. We are supposed to be having TOYA DELAZY on at 8 o'clock today in South African time. Unfortunately, she's got waylaid in a meeting and she can't get out of somewhere in London. So she's trying to get back, but she's going to take another 20 to 30 minutes. So we've just said that we'll postpone it till next week. Because otherwise, it's getting late into the evening here in South Africa specifically. So I just spoken to Joe and she said we're going to postpone it till next week. So unfortunately, if you are here to watch TOYA, she will be back next week, either 7 or 8 p.m. I'll confirm the time. But yeah, we'll be having a chat to her about a brand new EP. So unfortunately, she just got stuck in somewhere in London. Don't know. London's a big city. It's a big city. So unfortunately,
it sure is.
Back in time.
And so easy to get get stuck in as well, London. As we all know.
30 minutes to get home.
I had this all sorted. It was all planned, and then London.
And then London, yeah. I've got lost in London.
Suddenly London.
There's another song, Dan. Come on, Dan. There's a song called Lost in London.
It's happening already. TOYA, what a great musically relevant name as well. TOYA. Gosh.
What?
TOYA.
Because of TOYA.
That's a great.
That's
a great musically relevant name.
Have you watched?
Stay with us, Dan. You don't have anywhere to get, do you?
I had no idea what was just happening. I thought, what? The musical relevant name?
Yeah, TOYA.
Have you watched those lockdown videos?
No, is that the one she's done with her husband?
Yeah.
Robert Fripp.
You guys have not seen that, okay?
I think I've seen one or two of them.
They are hilarious. They are hilarious, the two of them. No, I got to find one. We're just going to show a clip for this. Sorry, Dan.
Do you even know who we're talking about, Dan? Do you know who TOYA is? Who Robert Fripp is?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, so TOYA was a big music star in the early '80s. She's very much that sort of new age, new romantic type thing. Well known for being, she was a sort of would you say a UK version of Cyndi Lauper? Is that a sort of
100%, 100%?
If you know who Cyndi Lauper is, if you can imagine it, so if you can imagine a UK version of Cyndi Lauper, you're starting to get the image in your head of what TOYA was like. But obviously, that was the early '80s. She must be now late '50s, early '60s, I imagine.
So yeah,
and she's married to a guy called Robert Fripp, who was in a band called King Crimson.
Oh, okay. I know of King Crimson. Yeah.
So they were one of the very first sort of prog rock bands, I guess. So anyway,
in lockdown, the two of them decided to do these home concerts, of which TOYA would pretty much show everything with these hazed out parts. But yeah, it's just a taste of it. I got to show you this, guys, because it's brilliant. It became a massive hit during lockdown. So anyway, here, TOYA. Here we go. Just see if you remember this track. Come on, play for us.
Oh my.
Bollocks.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sweet dreams are made on this. Who am I to disagree? Sail the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them wanna use Some of them wanna get used by you. Some of them wanna abuse you. Some of them wanna be abused. Hold your head up.
So anyway, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna have to carry on with this.
That was amazing.
I mean, what are the things that you have to acknowledge as well is what amazingly accomplished musicians they are as well to do this. Like, this is like, it's absolute madness, but also really well performed and really well played madness.
I have a 3-word reaction to that. So, that happened.
No. It happened
every week.
A lot. Yeah,
it happened a lot.
Yeah. That's another one. Check this. You gotta see this.
Okay.
It cannot be unseen.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hey.
I'm a trouble starter, pumpkin instigator. I'm a fear addicted, a danger illustrated.
That was amazing. Do you know what?
That's what I'm saying. It's like that lockdown bore that, and it was like you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it, and you watch, and then you'll go watch another one. It was just hilarious, and they did about 50 episodes of it.
It's like, now I'm down the rabbit hole. I can't stop.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go see more because you want to see what they're going to do next.
I'm on board the train now. I'm in for the long haul. But I'm gonna echo something I read in a blog from ages and ages ago. But I think it applies quite well to this. It's like, they realised that doing that was better than not doing that. And that's it. That's all any of us are doing. Is like, why are we doing this? It's better than not doing it.
That's right. It's the kind of things that you almost want to be grateful for COVID and lockdown, because you go, without it, that would never have existed. And kind of, thanks.
Yeah. Cheers, COVID. Thanks for that.
I think. But amazing stuff. Yes, because they obviously dress up a little bit for that. I think that's not what they do. I don't think she would look like that if you met her in the shops.
I was going to say, I'm sure that Toya's been down to Tesco looking like that, right?
Probably.
Especially that first video, just after a few.
Baby.
I want to know who the guy is with the mask on, because we know.
Yeah, who is the guy with the mask on? Yeah, it's not Toya, it's not Robert. Who is he?
Known as the
who's that guy? Who says it's even a guy?
Favorite lockdown discoveries.
Yeah,
but yeah, but it has.
That's an idea for when you guys do WTF next.
To get Toya and Robert Fripp on.
No, I meant like favourite lockdown discoveries.
Favourite lockdown discoveries. Serious and non-serious.
Oh, absolutely.
But talk about lockdown discoveries. You know, the churches did that track with Robert Plant. I was not with Robert Smith.
Robert Plant.
Robert Smith.
Robert Smith. Fantastic.
There's a remix of it out. You must go and check that out. There's a remix that's just come out. Robert Smith remix.
Cool.
That he's had done, which is freaking amazing.
Such a great
I'm a big fan of that track.
Yeah.
Big fan of that track. Some great new music coming out at the moment, I've got to say. So, yeah, we do need to do another WTF, Martin.
Yeah, great music across the board, and also Ed Sheeran.
I haven't listened to it, I must be honest. I can't.
Has he got new stuff? I wouldn't know.
Yeah, a new single came out on Friday.
I'm sure it's fine.
Because it's not been mentioned in the media or anything. It's not...
And in fairness to Mr. Sheeran, I'm sure it's fine. Like, I don't hate him. I don't love him.
5-3 to Spain.
Yeah, that's only half time and extra time.
But yeah, going back a little bit, obviously you saying earlier, Martin, about giving artists out there a follow on all the platforms and stuff. Bandcamp is another very good one to follow people on, especially me. That single that you heard.
In fact, this be Bandcamp Friday this week, will it not? If they still doing Bandcamp Friday? So, this every first Friday of every month, Jules, Bandcamp waived their fees. So all the money goes to artists. Hello. We're having
Hello.
we're having a BBC News moment here.
Hello.
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 They can see you. They're talking to you.
Hey, Amelia.
Hello.
Hello.
A big stripy sock on.
A big
Big
stripy
stripy
sock.
sock on.
Ah,
Big stripy sock on.
just one.
Like when
Just the one. I'll show you. Look. Big stripy sock.
Oh, big stripy sock. Yay.
Hey.
Okay.
Dan, you can write a new song called The Big Stripy Sock.
Big stripy sock song.
Big Stripy Sock song.
Bye.
Hi.
Is that hi or bye?
That's high.
Hi.
Oh, careful. That might make a loud noise. This is my daughter for everyone else who doesn't know. This is Amelia. Say hello, Amelia.
Hi,
Hello.
Amelia.
You're live across. You're live across the world.
Yeah, you're
I'm
everyone,
watching you in South Africa.
people all around the world can see you right now. That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, all the way at the bottom of the world, I'm watching you. Right at the bottom of the world.
That's Nicola, my
Oh,
wife.
hello. Hi, Nick.
Mine says hi,
Dan,
Nick.
do share the link for us for Bandcamp.
Sorry,
I did look
yeah.
under Dan Thomas, and I'm getting some guy from Wales.
Oh God, yeah, okay. It's if you go to Dan Thomas Solo, so stick SOLO at the end of my name.
Got it.
Dot
Got it.
Bandcamp.
Got it.
.com.
Got it.
Yeah, and as I'm fond of saying at gigs, that would be Dan, short for Daniel, Thomas, like the tank engine, and Solo is in Han Solo.
Okay, there we go. Follow Dan Thomas on Bandcamp. There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, you can see the spelling for Dan Thomas behind me.
Oh, in case somebody missed it.
My little light box.
I got one of those too.
Fantastic. Yeah, and then again, good excuse if you want to buy some music on Bandcamp, go and do it this Friday because Bandcamp waive their fees, so all the money goes to the
All the money
artist.
goes to the artists.
But also, big kudos to many artists who actually said, well, if you're going to give us that extra money, we'll actually give that money to charities, which a lot of them have done as well. So, everybody's such, like we said, again, just an amazing community of people who look out for each other across the world.
Brilliant.
So, well done, us.
Well done, artists, and well done, Bandcamp.
Let's give ourselves a pat on the back, shall we?
Two, if you can.
Round of applause.
Round of applause. Guys, we can sit and talk rubbish here all night long.
Oh, God, yes.
As I say, I should probably go help get Amelia down to bed, actually.
I have a van arriving to take some of the remaining
In about
stuff
5 minutes,
to somewhere else. Yeah, very shortly.
Yep.
So,
guys, there's apologies once again. TOYA unfortunately got stuck in London and will be joining us next week for the show. So I do apologize for that. If anybody came onto the show to see TOYA DELAZY tonight, she will be with us next week, Monday, same time, same place.
Fantastic.
She got waylaid.
But hey, you got the other Toya instead.
We got the other TOYA.
That's right. Yeah, what next year?
You got Toya and Robert Fripp.
If that hadn't happened, that wouldn't have happened.
That would
Well,
never have
No,
happened.
that wouldn't have happened.
It's happened. It's stuck in your brains forever, guys. Sorry about that. It's entrenched in your mind.
They're all going straight to you. They're not even listening anymore. They've gone to YouTube to watch the
Yeah,
rest of
everybody's
it.
gone. Like, oh, we're going to go watch the rest of that.
That's where they are now.
Oh, brilliant. All right, guys, let's sign it off. Dan, thanks so much for joining us.
Great to see you,
thank
mate.
you,
Good
guys.
luck with the
See you
track.
next week.
I don't know where I'll be next week, but I definitely won't be here. That's all I can tell. I'll be here on the internet. I don't know. I won't be here. This is it, guys. So thank you, all of you, for being with me. Anyone who knows me, who's been here over the last 13 years, thank you. This is it.
Wow.
Goodbye.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Good luck with the rest of the move, Martin.
Thank you very much.
Martin, thanks, everybody, for watching. This has
We'll
been New
return
Music
somewhere
Mondays. We'll see you next week, same time, same place on the
See you
internet.
then, guys. Thanks
Bye,
all.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.